So we had a wonderful event, an amazing teacher here, Ling Rinpoche. And before that, we had a concentration retreat with Benmo Sangye Kato. So many wonderful activities that are very rare in the world compared to what everybody is doing right now. And I haven't really processed everything yet, and couldn't even think about the teachings properly yet. But it's very important to, of course, to go back and think about what Ling Rinpoche was teaching. But what was in my mind yesterday and today is the role of a high Lama and the meaning of it for us as an individuum as well as a whole society. Yesterday in the car, somebody kind of pondered about this behavior of showing respect and devotion to somebody we may have never met before or even heard teachings from. So this person is relatively new to the Dharma and seeing us all prostrating and being very respectful. And first of all, it may be a sign of that respect got lost in our society, that this kind of behavior is a behavior that's not so common anymore. But also a sign of maybe not understanding really what does it bring to us and why do we have to do that. And I think having somebody in our life, in our society, who we can look up upon, who embodies qualities like love, compassion, ethical conduct, wisdom, and such, is of immense importance to the individuum as well as society. I'm thinking about the Tibetan culture, for example. There are a great amount of people in Tibet who have this faith, it seems like, from early on, learning it from their parents and from the village and from the people around who are doing it from morning till evening. And that kind of behavior is rare to find in the West, I would think. At least in Germany, I haven't seen that much, especially not in the east part of Germany where there was barely religion present. So many years ago, I was thinking about the role of the Dalai Lama, for example, that has such high importance for the Tibetans. And what does it do to them? And what results does it bring also for a person or for a manifestation like His Holiness the Dalai Lama? So some see the Dalai Lama as an embodiment of Shenrezi. Many Tibetans actually see him like that, and some realized people can even see him as such, as an embodiment of Avalokiteshvara Shenrezi. Many can't see him like that, but have still great faith and devotion and may have even never seen him or even heard any teachings from him. So there's a whole system of it that may have gone a little bit too far. I don't want to talk about that, but the Tibetans kind of, I'm not so sure about the creation, but when we talk sometimes about political figures or inspirational figures in the West, like Martin Luther King or others, we speak about we have created this person, the society has created this person, so it's some kind of interdependence going on. So if we have great devotion, respect for somebody with high qualities, then we support that not that person itself, but we support the idea of compassion is possible to develop, wisdom is possible to develop, skillful means, ethical conduct, all these are the actual focus of our respect and devotion. What may have gone too far in Tibetan culture, and maybe now also in the West, is that we don't really understand that behavior, that we don't really see the purpose of it, that we forget that it's about what they have developed or what we want them to develop. And then thinking about, for example, when I came here to the Abbey, the first time I saw you, the monastics and lay people bowing towards Venerable Sjötron, I have never seen it that somebody showed respect towards a Western person or monastic. In Germany, that wasn't the case, only towards the Tibetans. They prostrated and showed that kind of devotion. Yeah, very interesting. So I had that within myself. I was very astonished by that behavior and that you showed. And I had to learn it over time. Why do you do that? You know? And I had to listen to her teachings and watch Venerable Sjötron acting in daily life and receiving her guidance myself to be able to do certain movements myself, so to say, and to develop respect and devotion. And I think what the Tibetan have set up is quite clever to support somebody who has already qualities within themselves, to support them further, to educate them, to give them a lot of support. Like Ling Rinpoche, His Holiness the Dalai Lama had a lot of support in their growing up. Many teachers around, many educators around, and then on top of it, all the devotion and faith from the population, right? So that brings up a certain energy and that supports them and even stirring further up their potential that they have themselves already. Like Ling Rinpoche was sharing yesterday at the university, we have the potential we have compassion actually already within us. It just needs to be supported. It needs to be brought out. And we need others to be able to do that. And I think it's easy to develop respect, devotion, veneration for somebody like His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, Ling Rinpoche, Venerable Sjötron, or other monastics, and who already have developed qualities. And it may be less easier for us to develop it towards peers or maybe our parents, teachers we had difficult relationships with. But I think we are learning through having these relationships to a teacher. We are learning it back what we may have lost. We are learning to look at others in different eyes. We stir up something within ourselves that we already have, and we can then turn this kind of attention and a potential towards somebody who has maybe even done us harm. So I think this is very important that we support our teachers and in their growth and develop this respect towards them, but then not just to stay with that, but turn it around towards each and everybody we are facing in life. And not just to stick with the embodiment of it, like the person, how the person looks like, or how the person is acting towards me, to just feed my self-centeredness, but to really look behind what they actually teaching, the meaning of the teachings, the four lines. This way, only this way, this kind of system can continue. The Dharma can continue to spread further in the world and touch sentient beings' hearts, transform them, and bring a yeah, bring a development to this world and the universe. So, thank you.